Emmerdale spoilers, fans predict worrying twist for Robron as Rebecca fakes memory loss. Emmerdale's Rebecca White was accused of lying about her memory loss during tonight's episode of the soap, as viewers raged at her apparent meddling in the lives of the people around her. Fans rejoiced last week when their favorite couple Robron, Dingle, played by Danny Miller, and Robert Sugden, Hawley, finally reunited on Emmerdale. But almost as many were left terrified by the ITV soap tonight when they guessed that Rebecca, Emily Head, had already recovered and had a dastardly plan up her sleeve. While Robert and Aaron concentrated on getting the former to move back into the mill, Rebecca was still settling back into her new life outside of hospital. Determined to get his life back on track, Robert wanted to make his marriage, fatherhood and a tentative relationship with baby Seb's mother work all at the same time. But realizing that Rebecca was struggling with being a new mother and the after effects of the crash, Robert seemed noticeably worried when he went round to see her at his sister Victoria Sugden's, Isabel Hodgins, flat earlier this evening. However, it meant that the couple were unable to spend their first night together as Robert was held late looking after Seb. Victoria tried to explain to Aaron that it was just because Rebecca forgets things, who insisted that he didn't even mind. Convinced that Rebecca's strange behavior was simply a ruse to force a nervous Robert to move back in with his child, fans couldn't help but share their anger on Twitter. One person wrote, "Rebecca is still coming in between Robron. Okay, it's very different this time but essentially that's what is. When is she ever going to become her own character? #Emmerdale." At Denny Miller, poor Aaron, his first night back living with Robert and Rebecca is already coming between them. I know it's not actually her fault #Emmerdale #Robron, another fan said. A third agreed, and again Aaron is pushed aside for Rebecca. I know she's suffering but come on, it's Aaron and Robert's first night back together in the mill #Emmerdale #Robron. Anyone else have scheming Rebecca pop into their heads? #Emmerdale, a fourth wondered. Fans continued to blast the character for her seemingly sinister behavior. As one added, "Rebecca, you sly bitch, you are pretending to have short-term memory problems to keep Robert with you. You know exactly what you're doing." #Emmerdale. Meanwhile, Village Villain Jotate, Ned Porteous, launched a new plan to take down his employee Jimmy King, Nick Miles, after he found out that he'd stolen goods from him. Initially on the struggling father's side, Graham Foster, Andrew Scarborough, quickly changed his mind when he realized what Jimmy had done. Furious at his underhanded behavior, Graham agreed, if he's a liar and a thief, he's got it coming.